What up, fam? This is your girl Vita, and this is seriously like the fourth time I've tried to film this. My phone's been ringing like crazy. I've had a very long day, but I am really excited to be here and doing this video because it's been a while since I did a video. The last video that I did was a couple of weeks ago, and it was actually not a video about books at all. It was about my polyamorous relationship. And I did an FAQ, two videos actually, with some FAQs about my polyamorous relationship. So for those of you who don't know that are either new to my channel or just stumbling across my videos, I am in a polyamorous relationship with my husband, and he and I also have a girlfriend. And so I did a frequently asked questions video about that subject, and I actually will be filming more videos in the future about the subject of polyamory. And the different kind of struggles that we face in our relationship, simply because I think it's a really interesting subject, and it's not something that people often get an opportunity to observe. And I think it's really good to kind of get the information out there and talk about it, especially for those people that are curious about polyamory or interested in it. And so I will be doing more videos in the future about the actual subject of polyamory. I'm definitely going to do one about jealousy, because that is the #1 question that I get, is don't you get jealous? And I think that's one of the #1 issues in polyamorous relationships, is obviously the green-eyed monster. So I'm going to be doing a video about jealousy soon, but I want that video to be well planned. I want it to be well thought out, because I can just kind of ramble and be all over the place. And so I'm definitely going to have to work on that one. So, but it is forthcoming. But today, I'm not here to talk about my relationship. I'm actually here to talk about a book. Surprise, surprise. So, the last video that I talked about books in, I discussed reading The Giver in 1984. I started The Giver and didn't finish it. I will be picking that back up. I also started 1984. But I had to put it down because it is book fair time at my son's school, and Scholastic sent us a bunch of books to sort of give to the kids to kind of read and sort of hype up. And I asked the PTA president if I could read one of them, and she gave it to me. And I read it, and I really, really liked it. And so I wanted to talk about that book and sort of recommend it, because you guys know I like recommending children's books because I'm a parent. And so sometimes it's nice to hear from other parents about a book that is good. And most parents aren't going to sit down and read a children's book, but I totally will. So let me totally sit down and read children's books for you guys and tell you about them, so you can get your kids and inspire them to read. So, I don't have the book with me because she loaned it to me and I had to give it back to her, but I do have a picture of it on my phone. Holler! And so here it is right here. It's called Doll Bones. That little circle in the, this little circle right here is a Newbery Honor. So this book is a Newbery Honor recipient, which I don't really know what that means, but most of the books that I've read that had that little circle on it were really good. So I'm assuming it's for excellence in children's literature. And so it was definitely something that made me want to read it more. When I saw that little silver disc, I was like, oh, this must be a good book. And it was. And so I'm going to read the synopsis for you guys, and I'm going to talk about my opinions about it, and then I'm going to stop fucking talking because I'm tired of filming these damn videos, okay? And then having them, like, completely get, you know, have to start all over again. So, I've had a long day. So, anyways, let me read the synopsis for you guys once my phone stops tripping. Zach, Poppy, and Alice have been friends forever. They love playing with their action figure toys, imagining a magical world of adventure and heroism. But disaster strikes when, without warning, Zach's father throws out all his toys, declaring he's too old for them. Zach is furious, confused, and embarrassed, deciding that the only way to cope is to stop playing and stop being friends with Poppy and Alice. But one night, the girls pay Zach a visit and tell him about a series of mysterious occurrences. Poppy swears that she is now being haunted by a China doll who claims that it is made from the ground-up bones of a murdered girl. They must return the doll to where the girl lived and bury it, otherwise the 3 children will be cursed for eternity. So if you couldn't tell by the actual cover of the book, you should definitely be able to tell by the synopsis that the book is kind of a little creepy. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, simply because I wish it was a little bit creepier. It was kind of creepy, but for me, it wasn't creepy enough. And that's saying something, because it don't take nothing to spook me, because I am a total bitch, okay? I'm a bitch-ass motherfucker. When it comes to scary stuff, like, seriously, I'm a total pussy. So, for me, it to not be scary enough for me, that's really saying something. It was a little bit creepy, but it wasn't super scary. But I did enjoy the book, because I enjoyed the story, and I enjoyed listening to the kids kind of talk about the game that they played with their action figurines and stuff. I also liked that the story was kind of about how the kids were growing up and kind of leaving behind childish things and how that made each of them feel. So I like that because I kind of have kids in that, range. My son is, he's 8, but, he's starting to get to that age where he's kind of not really a little bitty boy anymore. So I appreciated that about the book. I thought the storyline was done very well. It made me want to read it. It made me want to know what was happening, and I love it when a book is like that and you kind of want to know what happens. I also like the illustrations in the book. It has some illustrations in it that was really cute. And I just like the story. Really, there's not a whole lot to say about it. It wasn't life-changing, but it was a really good book, and I enjoyed it. I would recommend it for anywhere from 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th grade. I think even some 3rd graders could read it because it was a very easy read. It wasn't super challenging. And like I said, it's not terribly scary. It's just a little tiny bit of the supernatural in it. So I think some younger kids could even read it and not really have a problem with it. I think I kind of liked it because it was a guy and 2 girls, so hit a little close to home. Seeing as how, my family setup right now is a guy and 2 girls. So they had a little, like, polyamory kind of thing going on in the book, even though it's about, 12-year-olds, but whatever. But I thought it was a really good book, so I liked it. Pick it up for your, kind of preteens and 8, 9, 10-year-olds, because I think they'll enjoy it. And so that's it for my book review. An update on my life and what I kind of have going on. Not much. So I'm working on a Star Wars hat knitting. So I haven't done a knitting video in forever. And so I'll probably do a knitting video once I finish this hat. I was commissioned by a friend of mine to make a hat for her. She's in a roller derby team called the Roller Rebel Alliance. And so she had me make her a hat with her team colors and the Rebel Alliance logo on it and stuff. And so once I get finished with it, I'm almost done. I'll probably do a video about that for those of you that like my knitting videos. An update with my son. For those of you that don't know and are just coming to my channel, I have a son who finished up a 2-year battle with brain cancer. And so now we're going through all this junk with his school about getting him placed properly because he's not technically developmentally disabled, but he's not exactly a normal kid either. So, kind of trying to deal with all that and getting him classified has been really, really frustrating. And so we just found out today that he has to go to a new school because he's classified as special needs, and that school doesn't have that special needs populace, those services for that particular special needs populace in that school. So we have to go to a new school, and so we have to make a bunch of decisions because I have another son at the school, and so are we going to pull him, and have them both go to the same school, or are we going to have them go to 2 completely different schools, which means they both would be alone. A lot of stuff to think about and process. So, yeah, I'm tired. But other than that, I'm doing okay. So I'm still madly in love with my husband, madly in love with our girl, and, just living life. I hope you guys have a great, 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 great weekend. I will be picking 1984 back up and reading it, and I'm pretty sure that I'm definitely going to do a review on it because I don't think that's one of those books that you just read and go, hey, I read it and it was good. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a lot to say about it. And I might even do a review about it with my husband because he read it also too, and I like doing videos with my husband, and my partners, period. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to shut up now because this video is long. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend. Happy reading and happy living. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.